Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Binding of Isaac Repentance, where today we're going to do Tainted Apollyon just because I need something quick and easy to do, and I'm hoping this is going to be the thing to do it because I have a limited amount of time. At least that particular room is somewhat easy to do as this character just because the fly makes sure that the exploding enemies die before they can move towards you. And with Abyss, we are... I'm gonna keep that, especially early on. That's just a really nice thing to have, so we're just gonna take that with us on our travels. Not sure if it's worth it, but I'm gonna go with it. It is the choice that I have made this day. So apparently it just shows you what's like 2 rooms ahead of you from this point on, which I don't recall it actually doing, but... it has been a while since I've paid proper attention to what this item does, admittedly. But you can see in the bottom right there a room that we would ordinarily not be able to see because we're not like right next to it. So that's kind of interesting at least. I don't know if that's new. I don't know how new that is. I feel like I would have noticed that before, but at the same time it's a subtle difference. And for some reason I keep getting this item in greedier mode rather than a mode where it's... arguably a little bit more useful, so I can kind of appreciate actually seeing it in use right now. Moving on, probably didn't need to pick that up. I still have not yet found a bomb. There is an exploding enemy there, though. Did lose the soul heart we just acquired, unfortunately, but... and also don't really see a realistic way we can get that enemy close to a wall, but I mean, if we're lucky enough he decides to walk towards it, that would be lovely. But, I mean, in all honesty, it was unlikely to begin with. So, let's just move on and pretend that it's not something we have to worry about. I'm a little bit tempted to hit the sacrifice room there at least once, but not really have a real need to do so, do I? Let's just forget about it, move on. I'm hoping I can get some tier rate from the boss, since that does make things a bit easier, but since we're just doing the chest... maybe delirium if we're lucky afterwards, then we don't really need to be too quick anyway, so I'm not too bothered. I'm a little bothered about the amount of bombs we got on this floor because I'd really like a little bit more. But we'll see what we can do with the one that we have. It's, yeah, it's gonna be a tricky choice because there's 2 tinted rocks and there is a secret room that we can very easily enter. And I'd like to go, obviously, for all of them. But it's gonna be... it's gonna be a mystery. We might get bombs from this boss. That would actually, for once, actually be really nice. We'll see what we get, though. The option is health. And it's good health as well, so I'm just gonna take that. We could use the worst strategy, which is use the sacrifice room and then wait for our health to come back. And then keep using it. You regen once per minute, so I am actually going to wait here for just a couple seconds to see if we get half a heart back. We did not. Which is unfortunate, but yeah, that's how it works. Every 1 minute you have a chance of getting half a heart back, and it is pretty useful at times. It's just unfortunate that it did not proc the moment we wanted it to, but fair enough. There is a soul heart for sale here. And bombs. I'm actually just gonna do this. Let's just play it really safe. Because again... I'd like to have some options available. That way we have a bomb, we have a soul heart, and we have a secret room, which hopefully has some more bombs inside it. Maybe? Maybe? Either way, we have some defense, and we did get another bomb as well. So, not too bad. It could definitely be worse. We could go for the super secret room. I think I'm more inclined to go for a tinted rock, though. I know there is one on the way to the boss, and if we get a bomb from this, we can go back to that other tinted rock, but instead, 2 more soul hearts. Seems like a pretty good deal. Very low on consumables. We have destroyed our donation machine with a relatively easy character. But again, I'd like to go for something a little guaranteed today, so that's exactly what we are going to do. There's a library there, so that's nice. It is actually kind of nice to have this information available before... I theoretically need to have the information, you know, so we can base the choices that we make on just a little bit more knowledge, which I can appreciate. We'll just fight this and hoping for a virus for that lovely speed up, but it's always a consideration whether or not I want to have more flies. And especially early on, I do think these flies are pretty good. Technically, they're called locusts. But I do like me a speed up, although it did give me some little bit more information there. What kind of locust you'd be getting apparently was a green one, according to the brief item description I read there. I really didn't mean to hit him there with that one though, so that's unfortunate. What I'm gonna do here is try to kill them somewhat close to the wall there. Gonna have to sort of guess how close we need to be, but you know what? Let's just make it as safe as possible. 2 more bombs, very nice. Just what we needed. Now we can very safely enter that library, which I do appreciate. Only 2 books, unfortunately. I don't know which one to go for between these two. I think I should go with this. How to jump is fun, but let's just have a second fly instead. It was a tricky choice. I wouldn't have minded any of the choices really, but I would have obviously preferred just more books, so we would have had more flies when we used Abyss there. But it's fine. I mean, this'll do the job for what we needed to do at least, so that's fair enough. We are destroying the flame with the locust as well, so that's nice. Just saves a little bit of time in the long run because I would like to just destroy everything here. And maybe Book of Sins is going to give us something nice as well. I'm not really sure what to expect from it, but any extra consumable doesn't hurt, especially in our current situation where we just don't have a whole lot to work with here. So don't mind it. Don't mind it at all. I did say it was short on time and now I'm destroying every single flame with the lowest tier rate in the game, but you know, I've made my choices. They may not be good choices, but they're mine. There we go. A coin. Yeah, it could be worse, I suppose. Tempted by the pill. Ooh. I don't know about that, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Feels like I'm walking on sunshine. That was a tears down pill right there. I have previously mentioned that I was trying to get more tier rate with this character. Instead, we have made it pretty much unbearable, so I think we're gonna have to focus a little bit more on the flies right now. We are not getting money. we're just not getting consumables. It's a bit of a problem. I'm a little bit tempted to stick with the Book of Sins, honestly, just because this thing is a little bit precarious to use, but I think I should just stick with this. I mean, there's certainly some uses for this particular item at the end of the day. You do still get a second bomb if you use it on a bomb, and honestly that's kind of what I need right now because we're going to the super secret room. I can use the chariot card on the boss if need be. Oh yeah, I'll actually take this. I don't mind that at all. Ooh, child's heart, do I want that? Not really. Yeah, not really. But I will duplicate you in just a moment. Pin, that's actually kind of nice because he does take a decent chunk of damage from every hit that I deal, but unfortunately it is the champion that shoots many a tier. And I was not mentally prepared for that one at all. But it shouldn't be the end of the world. We got plenty of health. We got, you know, we can get hit a couple more times in this battle without really worrying. I think if I get hit one more time, I kind of just pop the chariot card as well. So I'm not particularly concerned, but I probably should be. There's some tier rate. Or better yet, there's some of my tier rate back again. But I think we got a little bit more than we lost from that tears down pill at least. I just picked up that bomb without even thinking about it. Yeah, didn't give that a second extra thought. Ooh. Didn't mean to duplicate that, but it works. Sure, why not? Why not? Definitely don't mind it. Didn't expect it. That definitely didn't expect it, but yeah, I'll take that. At least, with all that nonsense, we are getting a decent amount of money. I don't remember if there was any soul hearts here. I will just be going for, I'll actually buy this, for angel rooms because, quite frankly, I think I need it. Admittedly, there are some good tier rate up items in the devil deals, and I wouldn't mind them, but let's just keep going. Could have actually used the chariot card to get a little bit more money, thinking about it. Could have Just use it on that blood donation machine a little bit more, but oh well. It's okay. Our tier rate's actually pretty good now, so we can just play it normally. And I, for one, actually kind of appreciate that. But if we do get an arcade room or something on this floor, then I'm probably going to use that chariot card on that. I wouldn't mind having that Empress card for later purposes. I need to stop picking up all the consumables instantly, though. Because I need to use that D1 to its maximum capacity, and that does require me to have a consumable. Absolutely not. It's just not my jam, you know? It's not my jam is what it is, isn't. There we go. I'll take you and just leave you alone for now as we continue to clear out the floor. It might be better to actually use that on the card, because we can maybe get like a better card that way than Empress. And honestly, I might. There's still plenty of rooms available on this floor, which, again, I'm quite happy with the extra information that we have, thanks to the Spelunker hat right there, because it genuinely does make it easier to make these choices. And I, for one, appreciate that. Our money situation's getting pretty good again. There is some fool's gold there, which should help us even more, because I think we have the bombs to get away with this right now. I also just like that I don't have to use bombs on everything, because actually what I'm going to do is this. Even though I said I was going to save it for an arcade room, I changed my mind on it. Yeah, I don't mind how things are going. I definitely had more of a point to make, but it's lost. It's lost in the annals of time, and we're just gonna move on instead. Yeah, I'm just gonna use it on the card, I think, because Empress is good. It definitely has its moments, especially against bosses and things, but if we can get a Hierophant card or something like that, that would be amazing. A Sun card, that's also obviously really nice, so gonna keep the Empress for now, but I will probably switch it out whenever I can. Little bit concerned by the creep attack here, but we made it through. We've seen tears down. There we go. We're actually starting to get things now. Very nice. That's nothing. Not even a super secret room, just a bunch of nothing is what that is. If you're able to kill one of these flies in this room, the room becomes so much easier. Very much appreciate it. I was also kind of keeping the Sun card in case there was an arcade room. Because that would mean we could use the blood donation machine and then just go back and then heal up again, which would be kind of nice. We'd heal up on the next floor, obviously, but still, it would be a heal. Let's just take this. Gonna use it one more time on a thing here. Ace of Clubs. I actually don't mind that at all, since we have a big room coming up. Nope. Very nice, very nice. Certainly is making everything manageable. This whole D1 to card strat is working out surprisingly well, I'd say. And I'd like to keep that up until the end of the run if possible. We have destroyed a shopkeeper already, so our devil deal chances are at a maximum. Unless we can find something good anywhere. Diplopia's there, so either way we're buying that just because if we find nothing else, we at least can just duplicate this whole room. Wouldn't mind it. I want to keep the D1 because I kind of just appreciate it for what it is, but if we can... God. If only there was a sacrifice room or a blood donation machine here. If we can get an angel room, then that's probably where it's going to be used. We'll see, though. The Wretched. Truly a horrible night to have a curse, but a great time to have an Empress card, because look at this damage. Certainly makes this boss a lot more tolerable. The spiders die pretty much instantly. No angel room, unfortunately. It is genuinely tempting to just keep it for that, but I'm just gonna do this. Make it nice and easy. 10 more coins for me. Free map. Free map is just lovely. World card, I mean, kind of useless since I'm just gonna get the Sun card instead, but still. All in all, not too bad. Definitely don't mind this. Wouldn't mind a little bit more health, really, but other than that, we have something that is going in the right direction to beat the chest at least, and again, that's effectively all I'm going for. Caves 2 coming up. Just gonna duplicate that card again instantly because you never know. 2 of Hearts again, if we can find some kind of way to donate our health to anything at all. That would be lovely. Getting a lot of ways to heal red heart, so I wouldn't actually mind a couple more red heart containers or something like that, but we'll see what we can get in the end. Duplicating the cards just seems like the best thing to do right now, because we do have the Tears Up pill in our pill pool, and that's really nice, but I do kind of like the possibility of cards. Just being able to clear a whole room and getting a whole bunch of consumables for it just seems really nice. Healing possibilities, extra damage for a while. There's just a lot of good stuff in there, so definitely doesn't seem too bad. It's definitely a very different use from the old D1 times, but it certainly isn't bad. It certainly is not a bad item. It's just not completely busted anymore. Although I will miss the times where it was. It was a good time, honestly. Being able to just completely break the game with effectively like 1 or 2 items every single time was it was a pretty good time. It was just really, really nice, but sometimes it'd be like that. It is kind of okay. I mean, there's still plenty of items which still single-handedly break the game. I can maybe at some point stop talking about C-Section, but I won't for a while because it has shown up a lot recently and it's still very freshly in my mind as winning repeatedly. But stuff like that. There's plenty of stuff to go around for sure in the entire game that still works wonderfully. I'm just going to use this immediately because I don't want to deal with it. I forgot to turn Cursed Eye into Fly. For some reason, I always forget about Abyss when I play this character, and I don't know why. Because it's effectively the same as Apollyon. But I don't know if it's because it's a stat up or something, but it just leaves my mind the moment I see an item pedestal and I just don't have anything to do with it. I could have used it in the shop. Could have used it in the shop as well. Didn't. Just completely forgot about it. And it keeps happening. it's at least the second run in a row with this character where I just forget the mechanics. Because there's just, I don't know, is there too much else going on right now in this run? I wouldn't say so, but maybe there is. I kind of want to go in the direction of my shop right now, but I also kind of want to recharge my D1. And I don't really want to do a big room for that, so we're just going to clear this out real quick. I also wanted to have a little bit more exploration in this direction. So that works out. Apparently there is a curse room there. And I'm just going to use this card right here so I don't have to keep fiddling. Because it's a little bit fiddly to drop the trinket on the floor every time, pick up the trinket and do all that stuff. Because there's not many trinkets that I would like over this one in my current situation. Because it is giving me just a lot of tier 8. And that is just very useful. If we can find a smelter or a gulp pill or something like that, I would just eat this trinket immediately and then... Well, maybe I'd duplicate it once and then eat the trinket immediately. Because I think that would probably be the best way to do it, because then I could just keep duplicating trinkets. I'd probably keep the smelter. I need a backpack. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of ways we could go if there is a smelter in this shop. I don't know why I ran in front of him, but I did. It worked out, but it was not a good idea. I also just sort of... Oh, right, yeah, I didn't want to use a bomb to go through the secret room because... I got 10 bombs, so actually I could just very easily do that, but I don't know, didn't want to do it. Didn't seem worthwhile to me at the time, but honestly, I'm not sure why. Because really, I'm not losing out that much on anything. Let's just real quickly do this. Bloop, bloop. It is the Devil card. I wouldn't mind that against boss. There's a luck up coin there, so I'm actually just going to create some bridges here. Probably should have waited. I might actually get flight from the boss, I suppose, if we get an angel room and it's kind, but it's too late. I made a rash decision and I got what I got. Hopefully with these 26 coins I can more easily acquire a useful thing from the shop. And that would be lovely. I do also miss just being able to D1 soul hearts for sure, because it was nice. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's have some fun. Let's create some champions in this run. Little bit of extra damage against regular enemies, bosses die a little bit quicker, and everything just becomes slightly harder. But hopefully we'll be okay. Like, look at that. Immediately 2 champions in the next room. Maybe they would have been here normally. But there is really no good way to verify. And I'm okay with that. I will live the life that I'm living. And it will be okay. There is a sack here. I guess duplicating sacks probably isn't a terrible idea either. Let's just do this. Duplicate that. Blow up that. Devil or death? I'll take death first. Just gonna use every single card that I have in my arsenal. Though I was kind of hoping there'd be enemies here. Maybe there's one in the super secret room. Nope. So many red hearts and nothing. If there was a sacrifice room on this floor, I'd have everything I ever wanted, and instead I just have a million hearts and nothing to spend them on. There's no temperance machines, none of that. There's just red hearts everywhere. It's ridiculous, but well. It's all fair enough, I suppose. There we are. I almost always take this, but I'm kind of feeling tempted to turn it into a fly. Actually, I shouldn't. Because what I should do is just take this key piece and turn that into a fly. I do like Immaculate Conception. I do also like having Angel Room chance, admittedly. But I'm feeling it. I want some more flies, and I'm being silly about it. So we need to focus on actually trying to get some more flies and playing this character properly for once, rather than just getting some ridiculously overpowered build and winning that way. For now, though, this build is not feeling particularly ridiculously overpowered, but perhaps once we have picked up enough hearts, we might. It's almost tempting, honestly, to just get rid of all my soul hearts, take a whole bunch of damage, and pick up all the red hearts on the floor. Because that would get us so much closer to getting a follower from the item we just picked up, I think. If I understand correctly, I think that works with red hearts as well, right? Hopefully. Either way, bloop. That's another red fly. I'm gonna take this wildly. Not bad. It was a speed down, but it was and range down, which is a little rough given my current situation. But other than that, it's alright. The only thing that's mostly stopping me from losing all my soul hearts to try and get some cool stuff is the losing all my soul hearts part of that idea. It's not great. I mean, it is tempting, though. It's at least something I haven't really done before. And there is a soul heart in the shop, so I could leave with one soul heart afterwards, which wouldn't be too terrible. And there is just so many red hearts on this floor. Yeah. I might just try it. I'm actually very tempted. Health up as well. 48-hour energy. And regen, I mean... Yeah, you know what? We're just gonna do this. We're gonna use a weird strat. I also kind of forgot I even had hallowed ground, to be honest, but yeah, it's fine. There we go. Let's just leave it at that for now in case I run into a set of spikes. Which I might. And also, thinking about it, I can also just go into the boss challenge room there. And use the Lover's card when I'm in there. And also then do this. And loop. 2 of hearts. And then also spawn 3 more bone hearts. Or 3 more red hearts, rather. God, there's so many red hearts on this floor. It's actually ridiculous. Let's actually just take that, because it makes it a little bit easier to pick up hearts as well. Kind of. It gives me a little bit more defense, at least. I'm not going to appreciate that. Didn't mean to take damage, but this room is actually pretty good as well, just for this specific purpose. Relax. But there is a lot of spikes. The bone heart makes it reasonably safe. It is a little bit more annoying with the bone heart, admittedly. Just due to the fact that I can't really take as much damage in one go without taking a risk, but that's okay. I do hope I remember correctly that this works with red hearts. Otherwise, this may seem like a bit of a waste of time. But you know, it's something new to try. Let's go to the super secret room here. There's red poops in there. Oh god. Also hope that this actually works with the double red hearts, thinking about it, because I'm not sure if they count as a double red heart or just half a heart because I was at that amount of health at the time. I don't know. I would have sort of expected to see an extra follower by now, but I trust myself to be bad at counting. And that we're now just very close to it instead, but genuinely not 100% sure. Not 100% sure at all, but either way, we have a bone heart. We're gonna have a soul heart. We're gonna buy another soul heart in the shop. We're gonna have a sun card. Like, there's just a lot of defense going on in this run. And that's lovely. Alright. Was that the item? Genuinely not 100% sure. Not sure why an extra soul heart dropped when I picked it up, but I assume that just has to do with the item that I currently have. Of course, the temperance machine then appears. You know what? Let's just do this. The hallowed ground will save me. Never mind, it's over instantly, and we get a speed up. Admittedly, again, might have been worthwhile to consider turning that into a fly, but I actually don't mind the speed up, especially since we got a speed down from the experimental treatment. So all in all, it's all good. It's a pretty slow run so far, but it's getting places and is very healthy, so all in all, I can't really complain. For the purposes of this run, I think it's acceptable. And there is an item room right there, next to a big room. I need to recharge everything anyway, so it's all good. Oh, we got holy water. I did not notice. But I guess that does verify that it does work with red hearts, which is very nice. It's a weird strategy, but it worked. It worked very well. It got me a pretty decent follower. I don't love you that much, but I'm taking you anyway. I might keep you there for just a moment to see if we can perhaps get a little bit more stars card. I definitely knew that was a stars card from the get-go. I saw it from the outline. It doesn't show it, I just knew it. It's not cheating. Don't worry about it. Let's just go here first. It's been a while since I've really tried to play around super safe with a character that doesn't really need it, but it is, you know, it's an interesting experience. Full health? Jeez, okay. We're just getting so many different ways to heal red hearts in this run. It's kind of ridiculous. Cool. Not exactly the golden chest I was looking for, but it's the one that we got. And I can appreciate it. Yeah, we're doing decent damage. Again, it's all the extra work we put into it as well, I'd argue, but it's working out. Tears down, maybe not. We could get 50% off, I would actually be okay with that. No, but large quantities of money is actually kind of nice as well. Challenge room waiting for us here with a golden chest inside. Wouldn't mind duplicating that and then just opening both. There we are. And then we should be at 3 charges at the end of this, and that's just lovely. Yeah, really, God, I really do miss duplicating soul hearts, because the one thing that I'm slightly concerned about is with this large quantity of red hearts that we have right now, is this, it lacks defense for sure. And I wouldn't mind a little bit more of that, but at the same time, it's only defense for the boss rush at the, or the boss rush, jeez, for the angel rooms and devil deals, of course. So it's not like the end of the world, but still, it would have been nice to have a little bit of something. The bone heart obviously helps because it still allows us to pick up the red hearts all over the place and makes life a little bit easier that way. But I wouldn't mind a little bit more, just a little bit more. I don't know how much more I'm gonna walk back and forth to this chest right here. I think the answer is not. Because I was getting a little bit impatient about the constant walking back and forth, and I'm kind of missing duplicating cards as well, so wouldn't mind doing a little bit more in that direction. My health is getting a little bit lower than I would like it to be, but again, there is a bunch of red hearts on this floor as well. It feels like we're playing on normal mode today with how many red hearts we're getting, but we're not. Simultaneously, it's a good thing we're not playing on normal mode, because doing this again on every character would be a pain. I haven't played normal mode in so long, actually. I'm kind of curious. I don't actually fully remember what the differences are, other than that tiers are significantly easier to dodge and you get more health. But there probably are other little differences here and there. This probably leads to the boss, right? I mean, I have to assume it probably does. Yeah, it does. Ugh. That was a big one in there. There we go. D1ing chests has paid off. We have gotten some extra tier 8. We are actually getting close to max tier 8 on this character. It's pretty nice. The build's working out. I did say I wanted to start duplicating cards again and then happened upon a chest again. The duplicating chest can be so good though. Like in that particular instance is a pretty good example, I would say, where suddenly you just get a thing that makes your build a lot better, and that's just lovely. Golden chests are just really strong. And the explosive chest as well. I will take that because we got the money for it. I'm gonna take this and regret it, I think. I'm not gonna regret it. I'm gonna leave that there for now. I'm gonna maybe use... I have many thoughts in a row and trying to get one of them out there, and I think we might. I'm gonna take this with me to the boss. And we're just gonna try and duplicate the devil deal if we get one. Probably not try and duplicate the angel room if we get one. Well, depending on what the items, I guess. And if we're lucky, we duplicate everything. And if we're unlucky, then it's fair enough. It's all okay. Admittedly, we do need to get one. I think I probably want to keep the D1 at the end of the day. But I can also just turn the crooked penny into a fly. So either way, we got something going here, so that's nice. Yeah, that's nothing. I really don't care that much about both of these. Do I get a fly for each? Nope. I get one. I didn't even try to duplicate it. Yeah, I'm very awake for this run. It is a little bit later than I usually record, I suppose, and that does create a mistake or two extra, it turns out. That's fair enough. It's all okay. I didn't need it. That's bad. That's actually very annoying. That's my bone heart gone. I thought I was quicker, and I wasn't, so that was what you could call a mistake. So, what are we gonna do here? I can use this full... Okay, you know what? Let's just destroy these skulls, because apparently they're lucky. That's actually ridiculous. That is not okay. I'm gonna take this. I kinda wanna use it here. But I know I really shouldn't. I don't want to lose my D1, but at the same time, it would be a kind of funny idea. Alright. So, if I understand correctly, when you pick this up, you recharge your item, and then it teleports the battery to a different location on the floor. And it doesn't immediately tell you where that location is. It's just that it's somewhere else on the floor now. So theoretically, we should run across it any second now. I would like... The irritating thing about batteries with Abyss is that you need to have your active item charged before it actually works. It's just a little bit annoying in that regard. I do hope it shows up on the map, because I'm really only looking at the map right now, but we're gonna find out together, as per usual. I would also just like to take a little bit more damage to pick up those remaining red hearts. I can also just run into that fly, I suppose. Yeah, there it is. And now it's somewhere else. Oh, it's here. I can just do this, I guess. Coin. Oh, God. Okay. Can I get away with this? Let's just do that real quick. I'm kind of curious if I can break this. Because that can give batteries, yeah. There is still some red hearts on the floor. And a full health pill as well. But I think you could probably get a decent breaking run going on if you have the patience for it. I don't really. I don't have patience or time. I need to actually get a move on rather than just continuously trying to find silly things to do. It is a lot of fun to do silly things in this game, admittedly. And trying to pick up as many red hearts as possible for the purpose of trying to make this build stronger. It probably is not a bad idea. But it is when you don't have time for it. So we're just going to move on a little bit. I don't think there's any more red hearts on the floor. I can just use the full health fill. But simultaneously, since we do have 2 black hearts here, I think I might just keep it like this. Do that. 1 more fly. And move on. I think we definitely, if we really wanted to, we could absolutely make a nonsense build out of this if I wanted to spend the time on it, because I think I could just keep doing that. I wasn't sure if that was going to take away a red heart or a black heart, and I really wanted to make sure. I don't know why I wanted to make sure in this run in particular, but I probably had a very good reason for it at the time. I'm not gonna worry about it too much, but it is. It wasn't great. It wasn't maybe not the best time to be trying out stuff like that when my health is like this. But Emperor card, that's not bad. But yeah, we're just gonna have to play it a little bit safer, I suppose. That's okay. I mean, admittedly, if we just play well, we're gonna be okay. But I don't think I'm gonna play well today, so we're just gonna have to try and find a way to work around how I'm playing right now, because I'm just running into stuff. I'm running into flies. Like, these flies are stuck against the wall and I'm running into them. Admittedly, I think it was partially because they were stuck on a wall that I got a little bit confused about their lack of movement, but ultimately that's just an excuse, isn't it? Oh, bone heart. That's nice. We'll come back for that. Because that is just nice to have. We have a whole bunch of keys, so you might as well go in here. I actually wouldn't mind an angel room. Simultaneously, it probably would have been good to keep him alive and just give him health instead for the purposes of getting more red hearts, but it's probably okay. God, holy water is so strong against that particular enemy. Alright, time to get the bone heart because I'm in trouble. Let's just do this. There we go. That worked out. We also regened, which is nice. We picked up an extra red heart, which is probably good. I'd like to duplicate some more cards, of course, but we'll get to that when we get to that. We do have a lot of charges still remaining. That's a golden bomb, which is never bad. If we can find a tinted rock, that'll be okay. I haven't seen one of those in a while. We saw a bunch of them in the first floor, and then it kind of just went away. But that's fair enough. Let's just take that. Well, that's pretty good, since we have a golden bomb anyway. If there's a sacrifice room on this floor, we can just take it. We can just take all of it, because we have a golden bomb in Pyromaniac, which is going to heal us every time we get hit by a bomb, so that would be lovely. I probably would want to destroy both angels as well for both key pieces and just turn those into flies as well, but we would first, of course, need to find a thing. Also, let me just do this real quick. I was hoping to do that quicker. Well, let's just heal up. Boom. Oh, it only heals half a heart. That's interesting. Yeah, I was hoping to do that before he died, but unfortunately, there was a problem. There was a small incident relating to that. But fair enough. I'd love to get Dr. Fetus right now, but it's very unlikely to get Dr. Fetus and Pyromaniac in the same run. Same with Ipecac, I suppose. I wouldn't mind having that either. It's been a while since I've gotten Ipecac, so wouldn't mind seeing it. That's just a bunch of batteries. It's probably pretty useful. Probably pretty good. This is Necropolis 2, so we're not going to see any more shops from this point on, unfortunately, unless we got a hush, but well, it's unlikely. We'd have to get chaos from somewhere, I think. I think that's pretty much the most reliable way. And truth be told, I don't know where we'd get chaos from, because I don't think there's really a way. I also don't... Well, there might still be a sacrifice room on this floor, but it's becoming more and more unlikely with every dead end that we come across. Which I'm not too happy about. I was wondering if my controller was breaking or something else was going on, but it was the enemy that was sucking me towards it. I was a little concerned, not gonna lie. I do need to find some spikes somewhere, actually, to take damage on, because I'd like to continue to pick up health. Even though we don't really need to. I will just run into that enemy just so we can pick up that red heart. Since we do have healing available, obviously it... Okay, there's no sacrifice rooms on this floor either. That's unfortunate. But if we can keep a high bomb count, we can still just go for sacrifice rooms anyway with Pyromaniac and just a lot of bombs. It is just a little bit easier to do when you have infinite bombs, though. But especially with Bone Hearts, I guess you only need like a maximum of 11 bombs. Because you could just keep healing half a heart and then take the damage from the sacrifice room after that. So either way, Pyromaniac's just going to help out a lot, I think, and that's just really lovely. Let's just destroy all of these. Was there... No, I can just take damage on this, I guess. Let's not do that same thing again. I mean, admittedly, this time I have healing, so it's not as bad, but I'd rather learn from my mistakes for once. Let's just do this. Make it as safe as can be. I would like to have that. And we move on. Don't know where the super secret room is, but I'm guessing it's somewhere on the way here. Let's just destroy this as well. Makes it just a little bit easier to grab all of this. I would like to actually get as many bombs as possible for obvious reasons. And I kind of want to do that big room. At the same time, I wouldn't mind just trying to keep a move on. If we can't find a super secret room on this way, though, I guess I will go back to that big room. Because then it would have to be there. But preferably, I'd just like to find it on the way here. Another Emperor card. Definitely not bad, but not gonna go for it. That does not deal damage to me. That's nice. Tower, also not bad. I still quite like my trinket. We didn't find a super secret room. Are you kidding me? We're gonna actually have to do that one big room. Because it has to be over. Oh no, we already found it. Never mind. I'm just being silly. Of course I wouldn't find it here because it was in the bottom right of the map. Nothing to worry about. We're good. Holy water being holy water is also just a nice time. It's not like a particularly impressive build, but it's working. I can appreciate these kinds of builds. We were indeed going to the chest. So let's just take that. I don't love that we got a devil deal. I don't love the items that are in my devil deal. It's all just not great. Yeah. Because Horror Babylon is never going to activate if my heart isn't, if my build is entirely comprised of red hearts. And I just don't really care that much about a little delirium, especially not to give up my injury room chances for that, so let's just move on. This seems worthwhile. Lots of money. That was a good choice. I mean, I could duplicate it. Let's just do this. There we go. Another great use of holy water. Mimics. Also, probably should have duplicated that chest, but I did not. Joker card. That's pretty neat. Don't mind that at all. We're just gonna hold on to that for now. Decent chance that we might not get a devil deal or angel room on this floor, so I don't mind having that around. Do I like it more than the sun card? Not 100% sure about that, actually, because the sun card is very, very useful. I'm just scouring for a sacrifice room still, because I think it's just a really good thing to go for right now. I think that's just really going to help us out, regardless of what the rewards are, pretty much. So it definitely just seems worthwhile. Like, either we get a bunch of money, which wouldn't be great, but there's just so much chance of getting soul hearts and angel room items that way. And with the, quite frankly, ludicrous amount of red hearts that we're getting, it just seems like the best choice right now. What's that? Tower card? Needs more healing. It's all just more healing, but again, we're getting 1,000,000 red hearts. I don't know what's going on this run, but we're just exclusively getting red hearts after a while. I mean, admittedly, I've been squandering all my soul hearts, and then I just stopped taking damage afterwards. I say, shortly after taking damage. But, yeah, I am being a little bit more careful with my red hearts than I am with all my other hearts, I suppose. There's a soul heart. And we get a little angel friend. It's the one that shoots the sacred hearts. One whom I apparently recently called not very good, even though it is quite good. But again, that one item that requires us to pick up a large quantity of hearts has pulled through tremendously. I appreciate that. This is a fun trinket, but perhaps not as good as tier 8, so we're just going to leave that alone. Another red hearts. The red poops, if they could stay here, that would actually be kind of nice, because I'd like to pick up as many red hearts as possible. But there's just no sacrifice rooms. There's none of them. They don't exist in this run. There's no sacrifice rooms, and there's no temperance machines anywhere to be found. I don't fully understand. Yeah, I might do a little bit of shenaniganry at the end of this floor. Once we've cleared all of it with the red poops and the red hearts, because I think I need it. I do need to be a little careful here, admittedly. Or I could just use Pyromaniac to heal myself, but I did not. There we go, that's fine. I should visit the super secret room, I guess. I didn't really look at it. Plus, I guess I can heal this way as well. Meh. I mean, it's not a bad machine. If I just spend some time on it, then I'll probably have a whole bunch of soul hearts with the amount of money that we currently have, but I just don't want to. This should do. There we go. The stun of holy water is just lovely. Giving holy water the abilities it has now is just the best change to any item ever. I guess I'll check it. That's not terrible, actually. If we get Head of Krampus, it's a fly, and if we don't get Head of Krampus, then it's cool. So either way, it's pretty neat. That's cool. That is cool. The black heart might get wasted. Oh, that's neat. Okay. I need to have some thoughts here. What was the last pill card rune soul stone I used? D1. Right. That makes sense. Yeah, fair enough, I suppose. I don't know what to do here. I mean, on the one hand, obviously I should just get rid of all my red hearts again and just try to get some extra stuff that way. I did leave a soul heart behind for that purpose, effectively. That's the only reason I didn't pick it up. On the other hand, I could just move on, you know. Oh, never mind. We have picked our strategy by accidentally walking into the red poop that I was intending to use to take damage. So, never mind. We're just gonna go like this. It's gonna be a little bit of walking back and forth. I think I'm mostly just gonna be picking up these red hearts. I don't know how much. Well, I do want the soul heart as well for obvious reasons. That poop just disappeared when I walked over it. I like to believe that the little bit of holiness from that poop is still with us after doing that, but I'm gonna say the odds are slim, I suppose. I do need to clear a couple of rooms on the way there. I'm surprised we got a devil deal on this floor, actually, but I guess I'll take it. It would have been a little bit easier to make a choice had we not gotten a devil deal, admittedly, but fair enough. I will heal just a little bit, just in case. Only really need half a heart of healing thanks to the bone heart, and I can appreciate that. Slowly walk back. Slowly walk forward. Focus on the shadows and move along. Unidentified pill, really? Nice! Button. Cool room. Fair enough. I don't recall if there was any more red poops anywhere here, or spikes. Spikes work. There we go. But it does seem like a pretty good idea to just continuously pick up all the red hearts, as it turns out. it is getting us a decent amount of good stuff. One more full red heart waiting for us over there. I could obviously just explore the rest of the floor as well, but... One more. I mean, we should be getting pretty close to another follower at this rate. Especially with the soul heart and the black heart as well. I think those both count, right? And admittedly, it probably is a good idea to play those two fortune teller machines because there's a pretty decent chance that we'd get some hearts out of it. But I don't want to. I just don't want to. I just don't feel like it. So we're just not. I'm not sure why I picked up that rather than turning it into a fly, but it's not like terrible. It's not great, but it's not terrible. Curse of the Blind. Don't care for it. Don't care for it. Does it matter a whole lot? We've seen Cursed Eye. I didn't take it, admittedly. I didn't turn it into a fly either, but we've seen it. And honestly, that might be good. Golden chests are pretty much exclusively good. So I might as well. Yeah, I'll just actually just use all my keys. Not really too bothered right now, honestly. Would like to have a couple of keys available for the chest at the end of the day, but that's really the only thing that I care about right now. You think this will be the floor with a sacrifice room? Because that would make sense. The one room where the one floor where I actually have a decent amount of soul hearts, that's where we would get it. That would be the most appropriate place, I would say. To finally get the one thing that I've been looking for. This card I've been meaning to try, because I've never actually seen it. And I guess I would like to try it against, like, Mom's Heart or something like that. Because I'm curious how good this actually is. Because it sounds incredible. And I don't know if it is, but... Well, we're going to find out in a second. Let's see here. Because double damage is, like, a lot. It's like a lot of damage right there. Oh, look at that cloud. Apparently they're just, like, slow and... They just kind of die. Like, look at that. That's a good card. I've never gotten that card before, and I'm excited to have tried it. Probably just gonna take... Oh, there's a poop there. I was looking at the map, didn't see it. I kind of want to look for that sacrifice room, just because this seems exactly like the kind of place where it would be. I need to stop taking damage. I need to actually... I guess it's good that I picked up so many red hearts, because quite frankly, I am running into everything today. And quite frankly, it's getting a little bit silly. Hanged Man. I can use the Joker card as well. That doesn't seem like a terrible idea. Might as well go over here while we're at it. To go for that super secret room. Maybe there's a temperance machine in there. The first one of the run. That didn't immediately explode, I guess. I don't know what you are, and I don't trust you. Could have been the best item in the game. Who knows? I don't want to know. I don't want to deal with that kind of nonsense right now. I don't know why I opened that lock. There's no reason for that. That lock was not in the way at all. I just destroyed the chest behind it. I could have just destroyed the rocks, but yeah, fair enough. There it is. The one and only. Need to just not accidentally die on the way back. I'm gonna play this. Am I gonna play this? I guess I could technically get a fly and die, but I wouldn't mind seeing that good old $1 bill. I would have to play it for a second here, unfortunately. Probably could have also been playing with the other thing as well, rather than just blow them up. Maybe I could have gotten Scatoli out of it. 48-hour energy, that's pretty neat. What about... I guess that also works. What do we get? Ghost Baby? No, it's the one that spins around you. That's cool. That's pretty neat. I'm actually just gonna do... This might not be the best idea, but... right. I was gonna say, I'm just gonna duplicate some hearts in that room, but then I forgot about the batteries being there. High Priestess. The sun, that's good. And Judgment. 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 That's actually what I was kind of hoping for there. The regens haven't really helped. Because I kind of wouldn't mind use Polaroid there, and I'm scared of dying. So let's just try to get to half a heart using this. Should be fine as long as I keep track of time. That's Polaroid. There we go. I mean, the item pool for Demon Beggars is pretty good. And it did not disappoint in any way. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take some more hearts and then I'm just going to leave, I think. Take these. Take the battery. Use the sun card, I think. Keep the Joker and move on. Because honestly, things are pretty good right now. I can deal with this, especially with euthanasia. I think we're good. There's no sacrifice room on this run that we can feasibly use, unfortunately. But other than that, we're okay. I'm just gonna keep looking for it though. I want to know if it's real. I want to know if a sacrifice room exists in this run. That's a little bit late for that, but I guess I can turn that into a thing in a second. I took a little bit more damage than I would have liked, but fair enough. Don't know why I picked that up immediately. Doesn't matter. Let's just drop us everything on the floor though. Hermit card. Do I care? Not really. I guess I could just use the Joker immediately, but let's just, for fun, wait a little bit. Just for funsies, let's just wait a moment with that idea until we have recharged our D1 in case there is like cool stuff in there. I don't know what kind of cool stuff I'm thinking of that I could feasibly use the D1 for, but I can probably find something. Maybe. Crawl space, that's neat. Don't really need coins. That's just neat. How neat is this, actually? This may seem controversial, but I have accidentally turned the Demon Beggar into a fly. The Dark Bum, rather, not the Demon Beggar. Because I have a lot of red hearts, it's still, like, good, obviously, but I also want to pick up all the red hearts in the game. And I don't really want him to pick up all the red hearts in the game. So I decided against it. I don't know if it's a great idea, but I think it works out. There we are. What's in here? Not terrible. Let's just have some fun here. This is just a run about having a good time, you know? Just not worry about things too much. We're just here to have a time. We'll probably win in the end. It's taken significantly longer than I had anticipated, mostly due to me goofing, but I mean, whatever works, you know? If anything, this will at least recharge stuff, and that's nice. I got hit there by accident. I'm actually just gonna do that real quick. Mustn't forget to do that while we still have the Bone Heart available. Because it's very, very useful. That's also not terrible. Oh my god. Controversially, these are also just flies. I don't really think I need more health at this point. I just think it's unlikely. I hope that's correct. It's obviously not guaranteed, but there's just a lot of fly potential on this floor. Look at that. That's lovely. One more big room after that, and we can turn the 50% off into a fly. Part of me is like, oh, Sacred Heart, and then just turn that into a fly too, but I probably shouldn't. Also, I haven't seen my Angel Room yet, or Devil Deal. Could be either. I guess, oh yeah, these enemies can't even damage me because I'm immune to bombs. Right. I mean, I can run into them, I guess. I don't know if I'm gonna get an Angel Room or Devil Deal. I probably should have kept my health ups until I saw. I didn't. I made my choices. They're once again fabulous and wonderful. And perfect, probably. Very nice. Whoops. Is there any, there is no, oh, there's half a heart there. That'll do. Burp. Let's take that. Also, let's duplicate some more cards. Hanged Man. We don't actually have flight. I didn't really think about that, I guess, but I do still kind of need to go. Well, I wouldn't mind to get flight. I don't really need it anymore, I suppose, at this point in the run, but it would be neat. Wouldn't hate it. Alright. 2 more rooms, and then I will finally actually go to my Angel Room or Devil Deal. I'll take that. Everything's dying pretty quickly, at least. Like, my damage is pretty good, my turret's pretty good, we have a million flies. Like, everything's working out fairly well. And I can appreciate that. There is, again, not a sacrifice room on this floor. Well, I did say I want to flight. If I take this, I get... This is going to take my bone heart away, but I guess at this point it doesn't. Oh, it doesn't. That's neat. I want that. I wanted that. That's what I wanted. You get me. Please? This flame is broken. I don't understand. Why doesn't it... Okay, well, I guess flames don't... Alright, sure. I don't... What? Why? Did I take some... Does something protect me against blue flames right now? I don't know of anything. But maybe. I don't understand, but I guess I'll take it. It's a nice surprise, I guess, but it's just a little unusual. The flames are just not interested in me today, and I don't fully understand why, and I'm feeling slightly left out because of it. Bombs are probably worth keeping due to the whole healing thing. Little tempted to give him bombs just because you're going to get some decent bomb items out of it, but I don't really need it. It's still not like an amazing build, but it's certainly manageable. Holy water. Whole bunch of flies. Actually knocking him out of the holy water. Didn't mean to do that. Got a little bit hectic there, but it worked out. Managed to heal a little bit with one of the bombs, so that worked out too. He's still there. You maybe couldn't see him properly, but he was still there. Don't worry about it. I'm actually going to quickly check out my curse room. Because we might as well. Nothing really stopping us because we can just heal once we're inside. Actually. Yeah. Yeah. I'll actually take that. May seem odd. But we have 32 bombs. We have 32 bombs, and honestly, it's just gonna be a whole bunch of extra damage for the last floor. Kinda wish I took those red heart containers now, though, but, you know, too late. Doesn't matter. We can use D1 on the chests here as well, and that's just gonna be really useful. There we go. That's all our health gone. But our damage is 15 when we're standing inside that, so that's kind of neat. I need to be careful here. I'm first just going to heal. I don't know what I'm expecting to come out of these chests. For some reason I was like, yeah, it's just going to explode. Somehow. Don't know how, but there's probably a way. Let's just do that. And spend a little bit of time here. Just to get at least up to our bone heart healed again. I'd call this a worthwhile investment. And let's just go in this direction. Homing tears probably don't hurt. It unfortunately does not affect the flies. What does affect the flies is the extra damage that we got there from the start of that room, I think. So it's all just looking pretty good. There we go. Might as well duplicate this. Sure. There is at least one more chest waiting for me. That's pretty good. Don't hate that. A little bit more soul hearts than I would like for this particular run, I suppose, but not sure if I should have taken that. I don't have piercing. But fair enough. That's not exactly the kind of bomb item I wanted, but it's an extra fly, so I guess that's fine. Yeah, I'm just gonna blow you up. I don't want to have this speed down. Although I guess it doesn't really matter. I should kill you last. I just realized. Because he can actually drop Mr. Mega, and that would be kind of nice. No. Yes. I guess I should just go up. I don't really want to deal with the big room right now. I could duplicate more chests, but I kind of want to just end the run. At the same time, if we get Delirium, I wouldn't mind having a little bit more. So let's just real quick. Do that. That's some more shot speed and nothing else. Ooh, my shot speed's real high. My range is still effectively nothing, but at the same time, because we have so much shot speed, it kind of compensates for it. Hello. That's worth putting a lot of... There we go. It's interesting that we don't have conjoined. And I think it's because we got... I actually forget if Ghost Baby's part conjoined. It might actually not be, thinking about it. I feel like I've fallen for that before. For sure, actually. Look at that. Do we still need tier 8? I don't actually recall. I guess so. Fair enough. That's maxed out now, though. Health up. Health up. Health up.
Health up.
Did we pick up PhD or something? Why do we know what health up is? Because I don't recall actually taking the health up pill ever. Oh god, this is a very confusing run. I don't know what's going on, but I kind of appreciate it. Also meant to take 48-hour energy, and instead I'm here with 0-hour energy. Let's just try that again. At least I can also, I guess, just consume that, because it's not very good. I mean, it would heal us. But that's effectively the only thing I would have done. I mean, I did take a lot of pills this run, I suppose, so maybe I did take 48-hour energy at some point, but I really don't remember it. Ah, well. It does not matter. Oh, that's a big one. Our damage is pretty much through the roof right now, especially with that extra tier 8. So that's just neat. Oh, right. I did not do this properly at all. Oh, well. That's pretty good. Is that conjoined? There you go. Cool. I'm just gonna do this whole floor. I mean, at this point I'm already late anyway, so I might as well just make it terrible. Might as well just be even later. It doesn't matter. It's just for getting groceries anyway. I could technically just do that tomorrow, but I'd really like to just get it done today, you know? Like, it would just be nice. I have so much health now. But everything is insta-dying as well, and that's kind of neat. I'd really like a Delirium portal for this one. That's a black hole. Also known as an extra fly. Yeah, this build's working. I think we got to a point where we can say it's working, so let's make it terrible. I haven't really used this at all in any run. I'm curious how it works with this build. Overall, I'd say it's effective. Reasonably effective. Occasionally it glows for some reason. Oh, because of the hallowed ground, I guess. I guess hallowed ground is actually not too bad with Ludovico. Just because you do get the extra damage, but you don't need to be like in a specific spot for it as much. That's kind of neat. Kind of wish I used D1 immediately there. Instead of having to walk all the way back. But at the same time, I'm probably just going to D1 it one more time and then open both. Suplex. I mean, I kind of have to. When one is given suplex, one should, of course, suplex something. Because I don't know if I use this actually, but it's also just an interesting item. It's just... it's just something else. And it is actually very good in a lot of instances. But also you can do this with it, and I think that's just really funny. This is also kind of nice, I suppose. No Delirium portal. Fair enough. Can I suplex this? No. Fair enough. What a run. It was quite something. Shame about no Delirium Portal. We unlocked Cricket's leg, which I think is a trinket. We got quite a lot of things done with this character now as well, so that's nice. And yeah, just had fun. Just had a good time with it. Hope y'all did too. And I hope to see y'all next time when we will be playing another run with a different character. Bye bye.